starting. This is going to be a quick look at something called the Lehmann Traveler headphone amp. L-E-H-M-A-N-N Traveler. So it's a portable headphone amp. It's battery operated. It's in a solid aluminum container. Feels pretty heavy for its size. And its size is something, I don't know, about 4 by 3 inches by an inch deep. And it's an analog headphone amp. So we have analog in and out on the front. Out would be out to a headphone unless you piped it into a music system for speakers, like active speakers. Then we have the same input-output on the back. These are all 3.5 millimeter mini plugs, mini jacks. We also have, we can see back here, we have the micro SD slot for charging, just for charging. There's no DAC in here. And on the front we have 2 volume controllers, and these 2 volume controllers are used for on-off and for volume. This is a peculiar little amp that those controls, you have to push both of them at the same time. Let's see if I can do this here for I think at least 5 seconds before the thing comes on. 4, 5, 6. Yeah, see, that turned it on right there. We have the on in the middle. It has a balance capability of turning one channel louder than the other. I tried that briefly, and I guess it works okay. The volume controls are really slow. I guess they're digital, but they're slower than most digital. I have to actually hold one for, I don't know, several seconds before it starts to change, and then it can change really huge. So anyway, trying to find the right setting in there so that my music player's volume control is in a normal position. It's a little bit of a trick, but I'm getting it. So this is a very nice little brick. It's $600. So, you know, it's not cheap. And this is just a plain headphone amp, no DAC. So that's you know, that's a big piece of money. But I have a Dragonfly Black for the iPhone. It costs $100, and it's a DAC, and to some extent an amp, not this much power. But anyway, I can use the DAC output to go to this amp and then plug the headphone in here, and the end result is to get a slightly crispier sound with more detail, because this is really a better amp than the so-called amp that's built into a Dragonfly. But anyway, you know, I think most people will be plenty satisfied with the Dragonfly as it is, but you know, if you want some small amount more detail and everything else, this headphone amp might do it, or you might just want more power for other headphones. I think the specs on this don't really tell you how much power it has. It has a lot of power. They say it's a 10 decibel gain. Well, I don't know, it's at least that, if not more. It could be just one of those conservative specs. But anyway, just a beautiful little piece of gear, very solid metal box, and $600. So, you know, this is a real premium item. Not everybody is going to want a, there it goes, just about 6 seconds to turn it off. Not everybody's going to want a $600 headphone amp. It's not a DAC. But anyway, let's see what else we have here. It came with a analog cable to go to, you know, from the mini plug to I guess a mini output on a DAC or whatever, or maybe a CD player, or whatever it is that you, or maybe even a headphone output on a computer. And it's this little plug here, and so that's a mini plug. But the beauty of this cable is that it looks like one of those cables that sells for $1,000 separately that people use as interconnects. But anyway, an amazing cable. It's all some kind of special weave under clear plastic, and super heavy duty little sucker here. Very, very heavy duty. And gold plated ends. It looks like this thing was made for the absolute most premium sound, but then again, for such a small cable, throwing it in with a $600 amp kind of makes sense. I wish everybody did that. And we have a box, and the box is just, you know, the Lehmann box here. It tells you about Lehmann there, shows you a picture of the amp right here. The outer sleeve slides off of the box, and so just a plain white box inside. You open that guy up, and you see the cable, and then you see the micro USB cable for charging, and you know, that's all there is to the box. So anyway, I've talked about the sound. The battery is built-in lithium polymer. Say it's good for 20 hours runtime, but it takes 5 to 6 hours to charge if it's run all the way down. I think about 6 hours. And I don't even think I charged it up fully today at 5 hours, but that's a long charging cycle. But you know, maybe without a rapid charge thing built into it, maybe the battery will last a lot longer and take a lot more charges. I've had some batteries will charge 500 times or more, others not so good. But anyway, there's my first look at the Lehmann Traveler $600 headphone amp, and just I don't know, utterly cute. And you know, you can throw it into almost anything. It's really small, and pack it away, throw it in a pocket. I'd put something around it so it doesn't get dust in it. So there it is, Lehmann Traveler. Thank you very much.